In light of the holidays, I decided to make cinnamon sugar cookies with toasted coconut, so let me show you how I made these. First things first, we've got to go get a coconut. Luckily, this tree right here had quite a few, so I just carefully climbed up and then went ahead and picked one of them. Then, back at the house, I went ahead and just removed the husk of the coconut and then drained out all the water. That way we could crack it open and get to the meat on the inside. There are quite a few ways that you can remove the coconut meat from the shell, but for me, I find that the easiest way is to just slide my knife right in between the coconut meat and the shell and make a cut all the way around until the entire thing pops out. After removing all the coconut meat from the shell, I went ahead and added it to my blender and gave it a small pulse to shred it into small pieces before adding it into the oven to toast. After it was finished toasting, this is what we're left with. Along with this toasted coconut, I'm also going to be using some homemade sugar that I made from juicing some of my sugar cane, cooking it down, and creating my own homemade cane sugar. And the cinnamon is also going to come from my garden because earlier when I trimmed this tree, I didn't want the branches to go to waste, so I ended up making my own cinnamon sticks and some ground cinnamon. To make the cookies, I started by adding some of our homemade ground cinnamon and our toasted coconut to the rest of our dry cookie ingredients. Then we can go ahead and give this a good stir and set it to the side while we work on the rest of our wet ingredients. In a separate bowl, I combined 2 tablespoons of butter with half a cup of our finely sifted homemade cane sugar. Once that was nice and mixed, I just added in an egg yolk and combined all of it together. After the wet ingredients were thoroughly combined, then I just started adding a little bit of our dry mixture at a time and mixing it in until we had the entire cookie dough made. The consistency that you're looking for is something just like this. Then I rolled them into small cookie dough balls, dipped them into the leftover cinnamon sugar and coconut, and added them to a baking sheet. And we're going to let these bake at 350 for about 11 minutes. Once they were done, I added them to a wire rack to chill, then coated it with a cinnamon sugar glaze and topped it with some of our larger raw sugar crystals. And just like that, we have homemade cinnamon sugar cookies with toasted coconut that are perfect for the holiday season. They look good and they smell good, but now it's time to see how they taste. They're absolutely delicious, and the sugar right on top just absolutely knocks it out of the park. They're kind of like a coconut snickerdoodle. Let me know if you'd give these a try. And until next time, get outside and see what you can find.